students from McLean, the Potomac School, and Blake meet today on It's Academic. Hello everybody, I'm Hillary Howard. Welcome to the season's first semifinal match on It's Academic. Yay! Brought to you by title sponsor David M. Rubenstein, encouraging you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference. And thanks to Platinum sponsor MITRE. MITRE is a bridge and convener of government, industry, and academia, bringing together the whole of nation to tackle some of the biggest challenges of the 21st century. And now we get to meet Team 1 from McLean High School, but you've met him before, not once, but twice, for the third time. Here's the captain, Noah. Hey, Noah, introduce us to everyone.
Hello, Hillary. I'm Noah, and accompanying me today are Ethan and Sam, and we are excited to compete.
Well, we're very happy to have you guys. So Noah, we've heard from you before, right? So this time I want to ask you something different. Is there anybody who's had a major influence on your life?
An incredibly major influence on me has been my paternal grandfather, who has instilled in me a love of learning and a love of history, which you see displayed on the show.
That's beautiful. Hey, Sam, how about you? Has there been one person who's really had an influence on you?
Probably my dad, who's been really supportive of everything I'm doing with my extracurriculars, including It's Academic, and also my twin sister for keeping my dog quiet during the taping.
Well, thank you to her. What's her name?
Sophia.
Sophia, hey. Thank you so much for keeping the dog a little quiet during the recording. And Ethan, how about you? Major influence on your life?
I think one major influence on my life would have to be my mother. She's been so supportive of me and exploring new interests and branching out in my academics, and that has helped me branch out into applied math and other sciences, as well as the humanities.
Yeah, that's beautiful, right? Sometimes that's just what we need. Somebody who can give us what we need, completely nourish us. Beautiful. All right, guys, let's do this opening round, where questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. Here we go, McLean. Manic ox eyed me. Keep your eye on these words and you can find the hidden last name of what man who led an army of unemployed men to Washington in 1894?
Conferring Coxey.
Coxey?
Yeah, Coxey, final answer.
Yes. Macedonia, Monaco, Mongolia. These countries are listed alphabetically. Please arrange them in order of geographical size, starting with the smallest.
Okay, so then conferring Monaco, Macedonia, Mongolia. Yeah, Monaco, Macedonia, Mongolia.
You've got it again. Miss Blank Pittman, Blank Air. These two title characters from works by Ernest Gaines and Charlotte Bronte share what same first name?
Conferring Jane. Jane, final answer.
Jane is right. Yale, Amherst, Wesleyan. Which of these colleges has the same name as the British general who fought in the French and Indian War?
I don't know this. I think it's Amherst makes the most sense to me. But
yeah, we'll go with that.
Amherst, final answer.
Glad you chose Amherst. That's the right answer. Faults which cannot be shrugged off. These words came from one of the few negative reviews of what now classic Ralph Ellison novel published in 1952.
Conferring Invisible Man. That's...
Yeah, Ralph Ellison.
Invisible Man, final answer.
Invisible Man is the correct answer. McLean High School, you've got 200 points. Time to meet Team 2 from the Potomac School in McLean, Virginia. The captain is Ben. Hey, Ben, introduce us to everyone.
Hey, everyone. I'm Ben. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'm here today with my wonderful teammates, Ainsley and Rachel.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. So, Ben, you know, we've heard about you the last couple of shows. I'm interested in knowing if there's anybody who's had a really big influence on your life.
Sure. I think one person that's really left an indelible mark on my life has been our coach, Mr. Takaj.
Ah, tell us why.
He's just been so dedicated and supportive to all of us throughout, our entire high school careers. It's really just been an honor,
Beautiful. Hey, Rachel, good to see you. If there is one thing that you could do, anything in this moment, what would it be?
I think I'd probably go backpacking in Greenland.
Oh, can I come?
Yes, for sure.
I would love to. I heard there's a place in Greenland where there's actually rock from Pangaea, one of the few places on Earth where that rock is exposed.
Indeed.
Pretty cool. And finally, Ainsley, how about going back to influencers? Is there anybody who's really had an influence on your life?
Well, today I'd like in particular to thank my dad. He's been a big fan of It's Academic for many, many years, and we've been watching it together for a long time. And look at me now here on TV.
So when you were on the team and the first time he saw you on television, he must have just been beside himself.
Yeah, and he was so excited since Potomac's team is so new that I had the opportunity to be one of its first members.
Pretty good, and you guys have done pretty well. So let's get to it, huh? Here's the opening round. NASCAR tie repeated. Forget NASCAR and see if you can find within this phrase the last name of what French explorer who sailed up the St. Lawrence River?
Conferring, do you think it could be Cartier? Cartier? Final answer, Cartier.
Yeah, you have it. FDR's Fireside Chats, Taj Mahal built, Wounded Knee Massacre. These three events all took place in different centuries. Please place them in chronological order, starting with the earliest.
Conferring, Taj Mahal would be first, and then Wounded Knee, then Fireside Chats.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's right.
Okay, final answer, 2, 3, 1.
That's it. It won't rain on your parade if you fill in the blanks here to create what term meaning a stanza of 4 lines?
Conferring, quatrain.
Yeah.
Final answer, quatrain.
Quatrain is correct. Impeachment, enlistment, impressment. Which of these words best describes the British military practice that angered the United States and was a factor leading to the War of 1812?
It's the third one. Impressment.
Yes, it is. It's impressment. Nicely done. Wearing underwear is as formal as I ever hope to get. This fashion statement comes from what adventurous American author whose novels include For Whom the Bell Tolls?
Okay. How about Plath then? I don't know.
No, it's not Plath.
Okay.
What?
I do need an answer though. In 3, 2, 1.
Wordsworth.
No, it's Hemingway, Ernest Hemingway. But hey, Potomac, you did a fabulous job, 180 points. Team 3 is from Silver Spring, Maryland, and it is Blake High School. Theo is the captain. Hi, Theo. Introduce us to everyone.
Hi, this is Peter Willis, and this is Zach Mussini.
All right, so since we know all about you guys, this time I wanted to ask something different, and that is, who's been a major influence on your life?
Well, specifically with It's Academic, I want to thank Joseph Lee and Olivia Japon, my previous captains over the past 4 years. They put so much time and effort into this team, and they really helped me become the player and person I am today.
Awesome. How about you, Zach?
My influence is probably like my sister. She's a big influence in my life, and she keeps me like motivated and stuff.
How so? How have you been motivated?
Well, she's like 2 years older than me, so I was a freshman, she was a junior, and I just saw the work she had to put in to succeed and get money for school and stuff like that. So I really improved it and worked on it.
Yeah, that's great. Peter, your influencer?
It's probably a really basic and common answer, but my parents, they just like helped me become who I am today, and it's basic and common too. They've been a big influence in my life.
Yeah, nothing like a supportive mom or dad, right? Here we go, guys. First question in this opening round, Blake. Traffic a bother? Hidden within this question is the last name of what explorer who sailed to North America in 1497 and claimed new territory for England?
Cabot?
Yes, it's Cabot. Minnesota joins the Union. Skylab launched. Louis XIV becomes king. These events all took place in the month of May, but clearly in different centuries. Please place them in chronological order.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 3, 1, 2.
Yes. We've removed all the consonants from the last name of what 19th century newspaper tycoon who endowed a series of annual prizes for journalism and literature?
Pulitzer?
That is right. Northwest Ordinance, Alien and Sedition Acts, Morrill Land Grant Act. All of this legislation was important, but which one was enacted in 1787 under the Articles of Confederation?
The Northwest Ordinance?
It was the Northwest Ordinance. Happy families are all alike. These are the opening words of what tragic Tolstoy novel whose title character eventually dies by suicide?
Anna Karenina?
Anna Karenina is right. Blake High School, you have 200 points. Do you like pictures? Good. The picture perfect round is next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Okay, it's time for the picture perfect round. In this round, as you undoubtedly remember, questions are worth 20 points up or down, 10 points off if you don't answer. Here we go with the first question, McLean. Known as Evening Prayer, this music is from Humperdinck's opera about what two children who find a gingerbread house?
Oh, conferring Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel, final answer.
Hansel and Gretel it is. Simplify this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
Conferring 1?
Yeah, 1, final answer.
Yep. This is what early 20th century congressman, whose name was attached to the legislative act enforcing prohibition?
Conferring Volstead.
Yeah, it's Volstead Act.
Volstead, final answer.
Volstead it is. So that means you've got 260 points, McLean. All right, Potomac School, let's do this picture perfect round. Here's the first clue. This spiral galaxy is named for what large hat traditionally identified with Mexico?
It's the Sombrero Galaxy.
Yes, it is. The log to the base 3 of 1/9 equals what number?
Do you guys think it's -2?
Yeah.
Yes.
-2 is right. It's nicely done. During World War II, more than 2,000 of these aircraft were sent to Britain through what U.S. military aid program with a 2-word alliterative name?
Lend-Lease?
Yeah, Lend-Lease. You got it. Nicely done, Ben. 240 points, Potomac School. Time for the picture perfect round, Blake. Here is your first picture clue. Looking none too friendly here is Ku, the war god of what Pacific Islands, where natives gave an unfriendly reception to Captain Cook when they killed him in 1779.
Hawaii?
Yes. Evaluate this expression for y equals 45 degrees.
Yeah, because the square is 21. 1?
Nope, it's 1/2. Frederick Douglass once served as U.S. envoy to what French-speaking Caribbean country whose national heroes include Toussaint Louverture?
Haiti?
Yeah, it's Haiti. Well done, Blake. 220 points. We know these kids are awesome. Let's meet the people who get them ready for It's Academic. That's next.
Hello, I'm David Rubenstein. Did you know a gift of a statue was made from the women of France to the women of the United States? No, it was not the Statue of Liberty. It was the statue of Joan of Arc that stands in Meridian Hill Park in Washington, D.C. Since it was a gift to American women, the guest of honor at the dedication in 1922 was the U.S. First Lady, Florence Harding. I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
We've got 2 rounds behind us and 2 rounds to go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the packet round. Why don't you tell us who's with you today, Noah?
With us here today is our principal, Dr. Riley, and our coach is Mr. Brocchetti and Miss Benedict.
Wonderful. Great to have you, Dr. Riley, Ms. Benedict, and Mr. Brocchetti. Your team has done really well. They're such an impressive group of students. What inspires you about these guys?
Just the amount of work they put in is incredible. The dedication they have to it. The fact that the week of Thanksgiving, it's like, hey, do you guys want to cancel practice? And they're like, no, we're going to meet. It's just that kind of dedication that they have day in and day out all year is pretty inspiring.
And we see that, of course, every round, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
It's great to have you. Thanks so much, Mr. Brocchetti, Dr. Riley, and Ms. Benedict. Okay, McLean, this is your 3rd packet round of the season. In this round, questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. And of course, if you get all of the questions right, there is a 25-point bonus. First question, McLean. Because of its long nose, a cousin of the Tyrannosaurus Rex has been nicknamed for what fictional puppet whose nose grew whenever he told a lie?
Confirming Pinocchio. Pinocchio, final answer.
Yeah. The Things They Carried, both physical and emotional, is a literary work about soldiers fighting in what Asian war that ended with the fall of Saigon in 1975?
Confirming the Vietnam War. Vietnam War, final answer.
That's it. Here's your science question. Specific heat, thermal cusp, heat of fusion. When a piece of ice is placed in a glass of warm water, the ice melts and the water cools. Which of these refers to the heat required for the melting process?
Confirming specific heat?
No, it should be heat of fusion.
Okay, then. Okay. Heat of fusion, final answer.
Nicely done, Ethan. It's heat of fusion. U.S. courts are forbidden to impose cruel and unusual punishments. By what number constitutional amendment?
Conferring 8th Amendment.
8.
Yeah. 8th Amendment, final answer.
Yeah. To the Irish, the term little people usually refers to leprechauns. But in Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels, the little people had what other name?
Conferring Lilliputian?
Lilliputians?
Yeah. Lilliputians, final answer.
Yes, it is Lilliputians. Or Lilliputians, either way. They both kind of work. Here's your math question. What is the average of these 3 numbers?
Conferring 16.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
16, final answer.
16 is right. And now we have a special guest questioner from MITRE.
Hi everyone, my name is Priya Midrecki and I'm an external communications lead at MITRE. I'm excited to be here today as an alum of It's Academic. A book about voodoo titled Tell My Horse was the work of what anthropologist? A woman better known for the novel Their Eyes Were Watching God.
Confirming Zora Neale Hurston. Yeah, Zora Neale Hurston, final answer.
It is Zora Neale Hurston. Guys, you are on fire with a 25-point bonus and a score of 425 points. So these teams are very impressive and they get a lot of help from the coaches. So let's meet the coach from the Potomac School. Would you care to do the introduction, Ben?
Sure, of course. Here with me today, as I mentioned, is someone who's really influenced my life. It's our wonderful coach and advisor, Mr. Tkach.
Mr. Tkach, good to see you. Tell us about not just your team, but how they may have influenced you.
I know each of them in different ways. I just met Rachel this year, really. She's a sophomore who came in, filled in for us in the last competition. We're really glad to have her back. Ben, I have known, this is my 5th year knowing him. He was in my math class as an 8th grader, and then he's been in my math class these last 2 years as well, and also been my advisee for 4 years. So it's just been, I've gotten to know him in many ways, and it's just been really great. The school won't be the same without him.
You know, the thing about being an educator is there's a comparable element to being a parent, right? Because you literally watch these kids grow up before your eyes, and not just physically, but intellectually blossom.
Sure.
All right, thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Well, now that you guys are all pumped up after hearing the coach talk about you, let's jump into this packet round. Here's the first question, Potomac School. First Lady Helen Taft was very supportive when Juliette Lowe started what female youth organization, now supported by annual cookie sales?
Conferring the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Final answer, Girl Scouts.
Thin Mint fan. The Egyptian pharaohs didn't need the help of a genealogist as they traced their family tree back to Ra, the god of what celestial body?
It's the sun.
It is the sun. Here's your science question. Iron, zinc, silver. Which of these metals ranks highest in the activity series?
Conferring, I don't know, but does anyone have a strong inclination to what to guess?
I think maybe. Well,
I need an answer.
Want to guess zinc?
Oh no. Yeah, let's go zinc.
Okay, zinc.
Wow, you guys lucked out. It is zinc. Woohoo! Before 1967, when a president died, the vice presidency stayed vacant. But that no longer happens because of what number constitutional amendment?
I think it's the 25th or 24th. It's either 24 or 25. I think 25th.
Okay.
Sure.
You
25th
thought right. It's the 25th Amendment. The Bluest Eye was the first novel by what African-American woman who won the 1993 Nobel Literature Prize?
I think it's Toni Morrison.
Yeah.
It's Toni Morrison. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
Okay, I have an answer. Let me know when you guys have an answer.
Yeah, conferring, I got 12.
Yep.
Okay, 12.
12 is right. And now another question from MITRE's Priya Madrecki.
Glamorous 1940s movie star Hedy Lamarr helped devise a radio guidance system whose technology was the basis for what short-range wireless technology standard, named for a Viking king, that exchanges data between fixed and mobile devices?
Conferring Bluetooth. Yeah, Bluetooth.
Bluetooth is right. Potomac School, you did a really good job in that round. 25-point bonus and a score of 405 points. We're about to meet the team behind the team at Blake High School. And before we even do, I want to mention, Blake, it is so awesome to see you guys all together. I mean, this is the first time since the pandemic we're not shooting you in different places. How does it feel?
It's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. All right, so please introduce us, Theo, to your coaches and alternate.
All right, we have our coach, Mr. Caulfield, our assistant coach, Mr. Kalina, and our alternate, Nikhil.
Hi, Nikhil. Hello, Mr. Kalina and Mr. Caulfield. Good to see you. This team is a pretty inspiring team. How have you changed them at all, or what have you learned from them?
Well, the thing that impresses me about the teams year after year, and this team in particular, is how much better teams get. They get a little bit better each day. And when you do that, you get a whole lot better in the aggregate.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. It's really good to see you, Mr. Caulfield, Mr. Kalina, and Nikhil. Well, now that we've done those introductions, can you introduce us to the tiger on your table?
Yes, this is Benny the Bengal.
Benny the Bengal. He's very cool looking. Is that a cape?
No, it's a box I propped him up on.
That's how bad my eyes are. All right, guys, let's do this packet round. Here's the first question, Blake. If you built a sailboat with a mast 200 feet high, it could still sail beneath what bridge at the entrance to San Francisco Bay?
Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah. As a high school student, what man, the founder and first CEO of Amazon, began his career working the breakfast shift at McDonald's?
Bezos.
Yeah. Science question. Saponification, hydrolysis, photolysis. After you've eaten a meal, the digestion taking place in your body is basically what type of chemical process?
The second one?
Yes, it is hydrolysis. What number constitutional amendment is nicknamed the lame duck amendment?
The 20th Amendment.
20th it is. Readers eagerly lapped up The Hunger Games by what author, who said the idea came to her after watching war news and reality TV?
Collins.
Suzanne Collins is correct. Here's your math question. Solve for n.
24.
Yes. And now we have another question from Priya Madrecki from MITRE.
While Jane Goodall is known for her work with chimpanzees, Diane Fossey is famous for her study of what other primates?
Gorillas.
Great answer. It is gorillas, Blake. You've got a 25-point bonus, woo, and a total score of 385 points. Time for an exciting jolt after this. It's the lightning round.
I'm David Rubenstein, and I believe giving back is something we all can do. Students are getting involved in their communities in many important ways. I've asked them to share with us how they're making a difference.
Hello, I'm Philip Libinati. I'm a freshman at St. Anselm's Abbey School in Washington, D.C. And me and my classmates, about 30 of us in all, get together every couple of weeks when it's my community's turn to provide for the organization of Shepherd's Table. And we get food needed to make sandwiches, and we make enough sandwiches for the people in need. The first time we did it, which was a couple weeks ago, it's our very first time, was 120 sandwiches. And we hope to do it again in the future whenever it's my community's turn to provide, or anybody else's.
Like these students, you too can help improve the lives of so many people by volunteering in your town and community. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Ready to get jolted? Yeah. It's the lightning round, where you have 45 seconds to answer as many as 10 questions. Questions are worth 20 points up or down, but nothing off if you pass. McLean, here we go. All your answers must have exactly 4 letters. In 3, 2, 1. This is the NBA team from Miami.
Heat.
Yes, the Lepidoptera order is made up of this kind of insect and butterflies.
Moth.
Yes, he and Sergey Brin founded Google.
Page.
Yes, the Sphinx and Egypt's Great Pyramid are located
Giza.
here. Yes, this is the M in the equation E equals MC squared.
Mass.
Yes, she is the mystical muse of history.
Pass.
Cleo.
Yeah, Cleo. This is Norway's capital city.
Oslo.
Yes, he was the first U.S. Secretary of War.
Knox.
Yes, this year's Oscar for Best Film went to this movie.
Pass.
Pass.
Coda. Stephen Hawking wrote A Brief History of This.
Time.
Yeah. Yes, it's time. And you guys, speaking of time, had 2 seconds to spare in that lightning round, bringing you to an extraordinarily impressive score of 605 points. Just awesome, McLean. Well done. We've reached the lightning round, Potomac School. Here we go. All your answers must have exactly 4 letters. In 3, 2, 1. This American invented the telephone.
Bell.
Yes, this was the real last name of Buffalo Bill.
Cody.
Yes, Honolulu is located on this island.
Maui.
No,
Oahu.
Oahu.
Yeah, you got it. He and Albert Sabin devised the first polio vaccines.
Salk.
Yes, in the Iliad, this Greek hero fights with Hector.
Ajax.
Yes, in a James Joyce title, this word follows Finnegan's.
Wake.
Yes, the Bonneville Salt Flats are in this U.S. state.
Utah.
Yes, this is the name of the main dog in The Call of the Wild.
I don't know.
The answer is
Jack?
Buck. Potomac School, what a great round, 545 points. And now for the third lightning round. This time, of course, it's with Blake. All your answers must have exactly 4 letters. In 3, 2, 1. This is the least valuable piece on a chessboard.
Pawn.
Yes, this 19th to 20th century socialist ran for president 5 times. Yes, this is Indonesia's most populous island.
Java.
Yes, this circle of light hovers over the head of
Halo.
Yes, this architect designed St. Paul's Cathedral in London.
Ren.
Yes, he's the mischievous sprite in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Huh.
Yes, this Roman goddess was the wife of Jupiter.
Juno.
Yes, this is the respiratory organ of a fish.
Gill.
Yes, this is Chicago's National League baseball team.
Cubs.
This mineral ranks #1 on the Mohs scale. Yeah, nicely done. You guys were on fire, man. 585 points with almost 5 seconds to spare. That was just awesome, Blake. Our first semifinal match of the season is done. We've got the official scores coming at you in just a minute.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
The scores are now official, and before I even say them, just want to underscore how fabulous all these teams have been, not just today, but all season. It was a pretty close game, so here we go. From McLean, Virginia, the Potomac School, Ben, Rachel, and Ainsley, 545 points. From Silver Spring, Blake High School, Theo, Zach, and Peter, 585 points. And coming back for the final, McLean High School, Noah, Sam, and Ethan, 605 points. Just a wonderful game to all of you. And a special thanks to Priya Madrecki from MITRE and its academic alum. We can't say that too much. That was awesome. Also, a special thanks to all of you who have liked, shared, and subscribed our social. Please keep it up because we want to continue building up that presence. Now, let's talk about next week when we've got our regular time on the slot again at 10 o'clock Saturday morning for the second semifinal match with Richard Montgomery, Rockville, and Einstein. Can't wait to see you then. I'm Hillary Howard. Bye, everybody.
I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.